Sawadee krap. Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? I hope everything is fine with you today. Hello, my name is Ajan Malvin, and I'm so excited to be your host for today's English learning adventure. Today, we are going to explore the amazing world of English language and learning. English language brings us together, no matter where we are from, and it opens doors to new opportunities and enrich our lives with incredible stories and wonders. Once again, welcome to the program. Friends, do you wish that you could talk to people from all over the world? Or what's your favorite movies in English? Or maybe you wanted to understand the words from a great international song. You know, English is a key to open all these doors. A key to new friends and understanding, new knowledge, and amazing new stories. On this program, we will use that key to unlock the exciting stories behind famous inventions. We will unlock the stories behind prestigious names and popular brands. We will discover how things became successful, all while learning English in a fun and easy way. So if you're ready for an adventure for today, you are in the right place. So let's start our adventure and discover the wonders of English language together. For today's English adventure, I will tell you a beautiful, interesting story that I'm sure most of you have never heard it before. Are you ready? This morning, we will travel back in time to learn about a very famous man and his very famous chicken. Do you have any idea about this famous fast food restaurant? Yes, we are talking about the one and only Kentucky Fried Chicken, famously known to us as KFC. Yes, you heard it right. KFC means Kentucky Fried Chicken. The name was named after the state of Kentucky. It's the state of Kentucky in the United States of America. You see the red and white signs in the shops all over the world. The color is red and white. But do you know how it started? You know, the story is more surprising than you think. Our story begins not with a restaurant, but with a little boy named Harland Sanders. His name was Harland Sanders. He was born in 1890 in the United States. Oh, his family was poor. And when Harland Sanders was only 6 years old, his father died. And as the oldest boy, Harland had to help his family. And one of his most important jobs was to cook food. He learned to cook for his younger brother and sisters. Can you imagine? A 6 years old boy, learning to cook. But this was the very, very beginning of his love for food. As a young man, Harlan Sanders did not have an easy life. Oh, he worked many jobs. He was a farmer, he became a soldier, he worked on the railroad, and he even sold insurances. And he moved from town to town, from different job to another job for so many years. However, he could not find success. Now let's move forward in time. The year is 1930. Harlan Sanders is now 40 years old this time. And he is in the small town of Corbin, Kentucky. And there he owns a Shell service filling station. It's a place where cars stop to fill the gas for the cars. Oh, travelers stopped at his station to have gas, and some of them to relax and to gain some energy after traveling from a very far distant place. They were tired and hungry. Harlan Sanders was a friendly man, you know. Some of those men, he started to invite them into his home, to a small table in his own dining room. And he cooked for them. He was very hospitable. And he's very kind. He cooked steak, ham, and most importantly, he cooked chicken. Oh, this was not the ordinary chicken that you think of, because he had a secret recipe. He used 11 different herbs and spices. You know herbs and spices? Herbs and spices are plants we use to make food taste good, like pepper, onion, garlic, and chili. People love it. So many people like it. And then they told their friends, oh, you must go to Harlan Sanders service station. The chicken is incredible. And his small table became so popular. And it was so crowded. His small place accommodates so many people because it was told by the friends who visited him. And he built a real restaurant next to the service station. This is now a real restaurant. And he called it Sanders Court and Cafe. Again, may I repeat? Sanders Court and Cafe, not KFC. That's the first restaurant that he had. Sanders fried chicken was very popular with customers. However, preparing it in a frying pan took around 30 to 35 minutes per order. Can you imagine that? 30 to 35 minutes per order. It was not fast enough for a best restaurant like that. Sanders tried to find ways to cook faster. He tried to make something, he wanted to think something that he can innovate, something to serve the customers quickly. Then, the first commercial pressure cookers were released onto the market in 1939. But the pressure cooker was designed mostly for steaming meat and vegetable. It's not for frying, it's for steaming. These devices worked by trapping steam to build pressure, which significantly raised the boiling point of water and cooked food faster. You know, Sanders purchased one of these pressure cookers, and he modified it to use for frying chicken, not for steaming or boiling chicken. He replaced the water with oil, and he successfully successfully innovated his new invention. It's called pressure fryer. This innovation allowed him to cook chicken in just 8 to 9 minutes, achieving a speed comparable to a deep frying, but with a moist, tender texture of pan-fried chicken. It still tastes like deep fried, but it's not deep fried chicken. The pressure frying techniques was a key factor in his ability to serve more customers. For many years, it was a successful business. But then, in 1950s, a disaster happened. The government built a new highway. A highway is a big and important road. However, this new highway did not go past Harland Sanders' restaurant. Can you imagine? No more cars passing, no travelers, no customers coming into his restaurant. Oh, his business was finished. He had to sell everything. Harland Sanders was now 66 years old. He was not a young man anymore. He had almost no money and only got a small social security check given to him from the government for $105. He was, by most measures, a failure. He was a loser. By most measures, most people would have given up in the situation. But Sanders was strong and did not quit. Oh, he had one thing left: his secret recipe for fried chicken. Then one day, Sanders had an idea. He decided to travel across America. He visited other restaurants, many restaurants, and then he offered to cook his chicken recipe for the owners and for the workers to try, to taste his recipe. And when they have tried and tested, he would offer and say, "Do you want to sell my chicken in your restaurant? Because if you wanted to sell my recipe chicken, you will pay me only 4 cents. See sa thang nakrap, 4 cents. For every chicken you sell, you can give me only 4 cents. This idea is called franchising. However, he heard the word no. No. It's not only one time, but more than 1,000 times people rejected his idea. No, thank you, old man. We don't like. But Harland Sanders did not give up. He did not give up. He is persistent to achieve his goal. Finally, in 1952, a restaurant owner in the state of Utah, a man named Pete Harmon, said yes. Yes. Harmon made a deal with Harland Sanders, becoming the very first person to sell Kentucky Fried Chicken. This store was a big hit. Many people come and stood in a long lines to get the tasty chicken. The success was so great that more and more restaurant owners, when they heard about it, they wanted to sell the special chicken too. And because of this, the number of restaurants selling Kentucky Fried Chicken grew very fast. Soon the business was big and successful, with lots of places selling this famous recipe all over the country in the United States of America. The first restaurant in Utah was the start of this big KFC company. Since then, the business grew incredibly fast. Harlan Sanders became famous, and then one day the governor of Kentucky saw that Harlan Sanders was a good businessman who helped his community. And to thank him and give him respect, the governor gave him the title of Kentucky Colonel. Sanders liked the title and started using it for his business. He began dressing like a southern gentleman from old times with a white suit and black tie, which became his famous look and made Colonel Sanders a famous name all over the world. He became the symbol of his company. KFC grew from one small restaurant to thousands around the world. Interestingly, it was the very first international fast food restaurant that came to China. KFC first came to Beijing in 1987. You know what? It's 3 years after it was introduced in Thailand in 1984. The first KFC in China was a massive 3-story, 500 seats, locations, and draw significant public attentions. And today, there are over 25,000 KFC fast food restaurants in more than 145 countries. Can you imagine that? Colonel Sanders died in 1980, but his story lives on. It's a story about failure and never ever giving up. It's a story that teaches us a lesson that it's never too late to succeed. Well, friends and listeners, that was our story of the KFC and the man behind it, Colonel Sanders. Originally, his name was Harlan Sanders. And now we are on the exciting part of our English lesson, or English adventure, shall I say. Get ready. We can have a short understanding of our story. If you have listened, maybe you write something important words, and then we are going to just check our understanding. I have her questions 1 to 10, just from the story, how much we have understand. Okay? Okay, let's start. Just answer true or false from these questions. Okay, number 1. Sanders was born into a rich family. Sanders was born into a rich family. It's true or false? Just a sort of understanding. Oh yes, it's false. He was born into a poor family. Okay? Number 2, questions. Sanders learned to cook as a young boy to help his family. True or false? he learned to cook for his family as a young boy. True, because his father died early, so he needed to work for house chores, and one of his job is cooking. Next, number 3. His first restaurant was a very large and famous place. His first restaurant was a very large one and a famous place. The answer is, it's false. Oh, it was a small, and it's just next to his service station. Okay? Next, number 4, questions. I hope you're just enjoying the questions from the story. The new highway built in the 1950s helped his business. The new highway built in the 1950s helped his business. False. Yeah, it destroyed his business because the highway doesn't pass into his place, so no cars, no travelers, no customers. Next, number 5. Sanders started his franchise idea when he was a young man. He started his franchising or franchise idea when he was a young man. False. He was already, how old? 66 years old. Not a young man anymore. Number 6. The first KFC franchise was in the state of Utah. The first KFC franchise was in the state of Utah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Number 7. Colonel Sanders' picture is not used by KFC stores anymore. These days, you cannot see the picture of Colonel Sanders in KFC shops around the world. Is it true or false? False. Yes, we can still see his picture. Even today, you go to KFC, you can see that old man wearing white long sleeve with black tie. That's Colonel Sanders. Number 8. Sanders used a special recipe with 11 herbs and spices. Yes, it's true. That's true. Number 9. He sold his recipe for $1 million. He sold his recipe for $1 million. It's big money. Yes, it's false. Only 4 cents per chicken. แปลว่า4 สตางค์นะครับ per chicken. Okay, for fried chicken. And number 10, last for this part. KFC has restaurants in many countries around the world. KFC has many shops or restaurants all around the world. All right, it's true. There were over 25,000 KFC restaurants in more than 145 countries. So that was our first part. And then let's go to the second part of understanding of our story. It is called a simple recall for the facts and for the figures and names that we have just heard. Okay? This is just a series of simple, direct questions about the information from the story. Are you ready? I have only 10 questions, interesting questions from the story. Number 1. What was Colonel Sanders' first name? You remember? Actually, his first name is not Colonel Sanders. He's not Colonel Sanders. His first name is Harland Sanders, okay? Colonel Sanders' real name is Harland Sanders. Okay, great. Number 2. What was his job in Kentucky before he became famous for his chicken? What was Colonel Sanders or Harland Sanders' job in Kentucky, particularly in Corbin, before he became famous for his chicken? What did he do? Oh, he owned a service station or a gas refilling station. Number 3, you can follow me and just remember, how many herbs and spices are in the secret chicken recipe of Sanders? How many recipes are in the secret chicken of Harlan Sanders? The KFC recipe. That was the original recipe. We have 11, okay, from our story. Number 4, what is the name of the special machine he used or he modified to fry a chicken? What is the name of a special machine to use to fry chicken? Right, it's called a pressure fryer. Not pressure cooker, it's pressure fryer. Next questions, if you can still recall. How old was Sanders when his first restaurant failed? You remember his name, the name of his first restaurant, right? Sanders Court and Cafe. How old was he during the time when his restaurant failed? Great. He was 66 years old. That was already old enough to start business and failed and start again another business. Number 6. What did he receive from the government when he was 66 years old during the time that he failed his restaurant? What did he receive from the government when he was 66 years old? Yes, it was a social security check. Social security. Money. But it's a check. Social security แปลว่าประกันสังคม Next, how much money did he want for each chicken sold in his franchise? You remember? How much money did he want to pay for him from the restaurant if you want, or the restaurant want to franchise his chicken? Still remember? Yes, 4 cents. Cents, 4 แปลว่า4 cents แปลว่าสตางค์ Okay? I speak a little bit Thai just to have an exciting part of our activity. Next, what is the first name of the restaurant owner who said yes to him? The first restaurant or the first owner who said yes to him, and it started the success of Harland. The first name is Pete. I think the last name is Harmon. Okay, Pete. That's right. Number 9. What color was Colonel Sanders' famous suit? He has a suit, okay? He always wears the suit and with a black tie. What's the color of the suit? Yes, it's white. He always wears a white suit. If you can go to KFC, you can see a white suit with a man, a bearded man. Last. In which country was KFC became the first international fast food restaurant according to our story today? Which country was KFC became the first international fast food restaurant to come into the country? Yeah, China. Great. Well, friends and beloved listeners, we have come to an end of our program. I want to say thank you for listening and for joining us for our activity this morning. And I hope you enjoy the story and learn some new English words for today. Well, join us again next time for another episode of English Learning Adventure. This is John Melvin, wishing you all have a blessed, wonderful day. Goodbye, good morning everyone. See you again next time.